Now, the Basketball Without Borders camp for the 19th time will start in Johannesburg this coming Friday until the 31st, and that's on Monday. And this is actually the 20th anniversary of the Basketball Without Borders program. Started way back in 2003, and the only missing edition, it's 19 editions, but 20th anniversary. And as you probably would guess, it was because of the devastating global pandemic of COVID-19. And it's back in Johannesburg for, what, a 15th time? Good morning. I'm joined, by the way, by Victor Williams. He is the CEO of NBA Africa. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Benjamin.
You're
Great
back
to be here.
in Johannesburg. Why do you keep coming here? Why Johannesburg for a 15th time in 19 editions?
So, first of all, we're just very grateful to have the opportunity to spend time with you and your viewers this morning, so thanks for that opportunity. Basketball Without Borders is a flagship camp for us in terms of providing an opportunity to the top high school prospects from around Africa to have an to be coached by NBA players, NBA coaches, NBA executives. We started in Johannesburg because Johannesburg has been the headquarters of NBA Africa for many years, since 2010. But obviously, even before that, we were bringing the camp here because of the facilities, the access, and the support that we've historically received here in South Africa. And as you mentioned, we've held this camp for, this will be our 20th year. As the camp has grown over the years, we've had the opportunity to take it to some other countries. We were in Cairo last year, and Senegal the edition before that. But we felt it was time to come back to South Africa, and especially as we enter this new phase of NBA Africa's growth, we wanted to bring the game, the camp, to South Africa as a way to really continue to build our presence in this country, which is really important and a really important part of our strategy going forward.
And every time I speak about the NBA and basketball with anyone on air or just off camera, I'm always interested to find out how the interest is like, particularly in South Africa. I know West Africans really enjoy their basketball. It's not always been the case in this part of the continent that basketball is the thing, right? It's mainly a footballing country. How is the interest then if you have held this camp in this country for so many years? Has it grown considerably, or however you'd gauge it?
Yeah, no, we continue to see significant growth in the interest and passion for the game here in South Africa. Our strategy in South Africa has really been focused on growing the game at a grassroots level. And so as we've held various camps and clinics and leagues around the country, in Royal Bafokeng, where we have a program that's been in place now for close to 13 years, in Johannesburg and Cape Town and Durban, we're seeing growing interest in the game. We're also seeing growing interest in the game at the school level. So many reports of parents coming to us and saying, my son or daughter is just crazy about basketball. That's all they want to do, all they want to play. They're giving up teams in other sports to focus on basketball, and we're really encouraged by that. And we're also seeing interest in the game at the elite level. Recently, Cape Town Tigers has represented South Africa at our Basketball Africa League, and just this weekend, they were playing in the BNL finals or playoffs, and it was wonderful to see sold-out arenas for basketball here in South Africa.
Interesting you say that, Victor, because one of my colleagues here has actually said to me, I'll be listening because my child is a keen basketball enthusiast and really wants to know. And speaking of the children, they have been chosen from different African countries. It's 40 girls, 40 boys will be a part of that from different countries. I mean, it's really everywhere because it's put in alphabetical order here, the names of the children in terms of country. From Algeria and Angola, you go all the way to Uganda. It's boys and girls. And in South Africa, for the girls, there'll be Unnetsi Molokwame, Lushendaba, Reneile Motebele. Those are the three girls that will be representing South Africa. And for the boys, it will be Sianda Khatebe and Gilchrist Storm. Those are the children. How were they selected? How did you get to the 40-40 split?
Well, let me comment first on the representation we have. It's been part of our goal as NBA Africa to really move the needle and plant a flag for gender representation in sport. And in particular, we focused on girls and women being visibly represented on and off the court. And so for our camp this year, we made it a goal to have equal representation of boys and girls, and we're thrilled to have achieved that.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, the campers come from all across the continent. We have 25 different countries represented with 80 campers. And we select them through a broad network of coaches that we've developed relationships with and national federations that we work with across the continent. And so throughout the year, we work with these federations and coaches to identify the very best players from those countries and to give those young people an opportunity to come to Johannesburg.
All right. I see the opportunity will be given to them to be coached by some of the NBA's top coaches. And I'm looking here, NBA Coach of the Year from the Cavs, the Cleveland Cavaliers. There's the Nigeria men's national team head coach and Sacramento Kings head coach, Mike Brown. There's a whole lot of other coaches and big names that will be coming to the country. I've been asking if Steph Curry will be in the country in the next coming days. I haven't gotten an answer, but I do know that Joel Embiid, the Cameroon, as well as Pascal, Joel Embiid, the Cameroonian, and Pascal Siakam, have been a part of this very program, 2011 and 2012, respectively.
Yes, so Basketball Without Borders has an illustrious history in terms of identifying great talent from various parts of the world, and specifically here, Africa, given that those prospects the opportunity to be coached at the highest level by great NBA coaches and players, as you mentioned, and contributing to them then being able to be assessed and evaluated and, identified as major prospects, and then paving the way for them to go on to have spectacular careers in the NBA. So we're just really thrilled with Joel Embiid, who's won the Most Valuable Player Award this year, being an alumnus of this camp.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I didn't know he was part of the Basketball Without Borders program.
Yeah, and it's something, people ask, does this program pay off? This is unequivocal proof that a program like this does pay off, and the work we do does translate into later success. And importantly, we want the examples of Joel and Pascal and others to be an inspiration for the young campers this weekend.
Wow. I mean, what an opportunity, though, like big names. And if you just want to look at the success of this program, just look at those two gentlemen, Pascal Siakam as well as Joel Embiid, who are big names out in the NBA. Victor, thank you so much for your time this morning. We're hoping that we can make it through on Friday throughout to Monday. I asked Victor if I can join the camp. He said, no, you're too short. So if there's anyone among us who can do, I think Ayanda Nyati might just take his chances.